Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we unpack the secrets behind those big corporate announcements and sometimes find out just how much some people are getting paid. You might think a filing like this is just boring legalese, but stick with me because today we are diving into M-tron Industries and the juicy details of their CEO's compensation. Here to make sense of it all is a filing that amends a previous report, essentially adding the missing piece of the puzzle that everyone was waiting for: the pay package for their new Chief Executive Officer, Cameron Four. It's always interesting to see what a company values its top leader at, especially when they are stepping into the big chair. And we have some key numbers to look at that will tell us a story about how M-tron Industries is thinking about its future. Before we dive in, if you enjoy getting these clear, no-nonsense breakdowns of what these corporate filings actually mean, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And for a community where we discuss these insights and more, join us on Discord. The link is in the description below. This is an amended report, meaning they are adding information to a previous filing. Think of it like correcting a typo, or in this case, filling in the blanks. The original report announced the appointment of Cameron Four as CEO effective immediately, but they hadn't yet finalized his compensation. This amendment is here to lay out exactly what Mr. PF4 will be making. This section is all about the folks running the show and their pay. So what did they decide for Mr. Parr? Well, the board of directors approved his compensation on the 3rd of December 2025. First up, a base salary of $306,000 per year. Now this amount is subject to annual review by the board, so it is not set in stone forever. But to give you some perspective, this is a solid salary for a CEO, placing him comfortably in a good earning bracket. But it does not stop at the base salary. Mr. PF4 is also eligible for an annual incentive payment. This bonus is tied to the company's performance, specifically the change in its enterprise value. The incentive is 2.0% of this change. Now, what is enterprise value? They define it as 7.5 times adjusted earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization, also known as EBITDA plus cash and marketable securities minus total debt. Essentially, they are looking at the company's overall worth and financial health. This bonus is payable either in cash or stock, or a mix of both. At the board's discretion, within 90 days after the company's annual financial audit is complete. This is clever because it links his pay directly to the long-term value and financial stability of the company. If the company grows and becomes more valuable, his bonus grows too. On top of that, there is an opportunity for acquisition incentive payments, if Mr. Parr successfully oversees significant acquisitions that the board approves. This shows the company is focused on growth through mergers and acquisitions, and they are incentivizing their CEO to actively pursue such opportunities. It is a strategy that can bring in new revenue streams and market share, but it also carries risks. So to break down that enterprise value calculation again, they're taking the company's adjusted EBITDA, multiplying it by 7.5, and then adjusting it for cash, securities, and debt. This is a common method to assess a company's total value considering both its operational performance and its financial structure. The fact that his bonus is tied to enterprise value means the board wants him to focus on increasing the company's overall market and intrinsic worth, not just short-term profits. For more nitty-gritty details on how M-tron Industries generally takes care of its top brass, you can look at their proxy statement filed back in April. This filing essentially provides the standard framework for executive compensation. And finally, here is the signature of the man himself, Cameron Four, signing off as Chief Executive Officer. It is a formal acknowledgement of these terms. Now, looking at these compensation details for Mr. PF4, we can see a clear strategy. The base salary is competitive, but the real upside comes from performance. Based incentives tied to the company's enterprise value and successful acquisitions. This signals that M-tron Industries is looking for growth and is willing to reward its CEO significantly for achieving it, especially through strategic deals. The risk here is that tying a large portion of compensation to enterprise value can sometimes encourage a focus on financial engineering rather than sustainable operational improvements if not managed carefully. However, with the added layer of acquisition incentives, it shows a forward-looking approach focused on expanding the company. In conclusion, this amended filing clarifies the compensation of M-tron Industries' new CEO, revealing a package designed to reward significant growth and strategic expansion. It is a common approach, but the specifics of the enterprise value calculation and acquisition incentives will be key to watch. Our assessment is that the company is signaling a period of aggressive growth and is backing its CEO to deliver on that. So, what is your take on this compensation package? Does it seem fair for the role and the company's goals? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want more of this kind of analysis. Make sure you subscribe. Remember to check out our Discord server in the description for more in-depth discussions. Thanks for watching, and well, see you in the next one.